What's good YouTube, Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm going to give you guys 4 tips on how to really improve your eBay business and basically just get to that next level way faster. So this video isn't necessarily for beginners, but like I said, if you guys are brand new to selling on eBay or just selling things online in general, this video is definitely for you. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so the first tip that I have for you guys is to simply start finding some suppliers. One thing that I like to do is I love going thrift store shopping. I love doing retail arbitrage where I would get stuff at a discounted price and just sell it for more money online. And for me, I love the thrill of the hunt and doing stuff like that. But I know for a lot of people that business model just isn't sustainable, and depending on where you live, it just might not be realistic. So one really good tip that I have for you guys, like I said, is to start finding some suppliers. Now you can go about this several different ways, and I'll give you guys a couple different tips on how to go about it. So first tip that I have for you guys is to basically start contacting your friends and family and let them know that, hey, you have a resale business and you want to start selling things online. And you'd be surprised because some people might sell you stuff super cheap, or they might just give it to you because they just want to clear out some stuff in their house. And this is actually the perfect time to do it because a lot of people are still doing some spring cleaning and stuff like that. So this is the perfect time to go ahead and just start hitting up some of your friends and family and basically just selling some of the stuff that they're not using. I go through this a few times a month where I'll just go through my closet and just kind of get rid of the things that I'm no longer using or stuff that I have around the house that I have no need for. So definitely give that a shot. And even though it's kind of like a cliche tip and a lot of people always give that tip, it's still super underutilized and it's an easy way to get a ton of free inventory. So if you guys haven't already, give that a shot. So next tip I have for you guys, and this is related in terms of finding some suppliers, is basically trying to do some wholesale orders, basically getting items shipped to your house directly. Now the website that I've been using for the past few weeks, and I'm still fairly new to it, is Alibaba.com. So let me just hop on the computer really quickly and kind of walk you guys step by step through the methods that I use in order to find products on Alibaba.com to sell on eBay. The first thing what you're going to want to do is head over to Alibaba.com, and if you guys haven't been to this website yet, it's super easy to navigate. It's very similar to eBay and Amazon and a lot of those other e-commerce websites that everybody is familiar with. So first thing what I did, and I'm basically just going to kind of show you guys exactly what I did in order to start doing more research and finding products that'll sell well online. I basically just typed in camera batteries, Newer, mainly because that was the type of camera battery that I was looking for, mainly because I needed a replacement battery for a camera that I thrifted. I'm always coming across cameras that need batteries and like little extra accessories, and in order to like maximize on the profit, if you can bundle it with some batteries or a charger, you definitely make a little more money. So basically what I did was try to find the batteries that, you know, that were super popular, but the types of cameras that I was always finding. So I wasn't even necessarily trying to find batteries to sell online, but I realized that this could be a really profitable idea. So just come into this battery right here. This one is the NPFW50, and this camera battery is for a very popular camera, the Sony Alpha series, and this is the camera that I actually have. So if you go straight over to eBay, I basically typed in the same name of that battery, and here somebody is selling this same camera battery with the charger included for $19.99 each. And they have 2 batteries and a charger included, and just based on the numbers here where it shows that the per piece it's $1.24 to $2.24 per piece, and the minimum order is 20 pieces. To be 100% honest with you guys, I really don't pay too much close attention to that. I still always like to prefer to contact the supplier directly, send them a nice little message and ask them what their minimum order is, and basically let them know how much I'm trying to order. And most of the time these suppliers always work with you. So regardless of the price that they have here, it's in my opinion, it's still better to just reach out and contact them directly. And like I told you guys in a previous video, for me the cutoff point is usually anywhere between like 2 to 3 years of experience. If I see a seller has 1 year or less of experience, I'm probably not going to use them, but this seller thankfully has 2 years of experience, so for me they're a little more trustworthy. So basically what I would do is simply just click contact supplier, send them a quick little message, and then hopefully they'll get back to me as soon as possible. Alright y'all, so next tip that I have for you guys is to diversify your selling platforms. So personally, I love to tell people when it comes to selling things online, you basically want to start with at least one platform and kind of master that platform, and from there you can kind of branch on to others. But a really good tip that I have for you guys, and this is something I've been doing a lot of lately, is just selling things locally. Now you guys can definitely utilize places like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, and I have a couple videos on OfferUp, so you guys can check that out. I'll make sure I put that in the cards and the description below. But like I said, anytime it's items that are super big or super bulky and it might cost a ton of money to ship, I usually try to sell it locally. And my go-to websites, like I said before, is OfferUp, Craigslist, and Facebook Marketplace. I know a lot of people don't necessarily use Craigslist anymore, but trust me, I definitely still sell a ton of furniture and just bulky items on there that I won't necessarily like to ship out because of the cost of shipping. But like I said, selling locally is just a really good way in order to kind of build up some profit and just kind of get some more experience under your belt in terms of selling things. So keeping things going in terms of shipping and trying to save some money with shipping is using pirateship.com. Now, I'm a huge fan of PirateShip. Of course, it's a free service, and I actually have a couple videos on my channel kind of detailing more information on PirateShip. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll make sure I put that up in the cards and the description below. But simply put, PirateShip simply just uses cubic rate shipping instead of like flat rate shipping or shipping by the pound or anything like that. So basically, you'd be paying way less for items, because sometimes if you're shipping a heavy item from coast to coast, you can find yourself spending anywhere between like 20 to as high as like 50 bucks depending on how big the item is. But if you're going to go ahead and use cubic rate shipping, it's usually super cheap. So just a quick example, I sell a ton of stuff to Florida, and regardless of how heavy the item is, I usually never spend anything more than 10 bucks to ship items out going from Arizona to Florida. So that's just a quick example, and I sell a ton of electronics. So for me, saving money on shipping is crucial, especially since I tend to find a lot of items that are kind of big and bulky. And like I said, cubic rate shipping is definitely the way to go. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. Now, last but certainly not least, you definitely want to create an inventory system. Now, for me, I use a very simple and basic inventory system. I have a ton of plastic tote bins with lids on top of them, and I basically have a bunch of lids labeled A1 through A10 and B1 through B10 and so on and so forth. And all I do is basically just put items in that particular bin. That way, when an item sells, I know exactly where it is, which bin it should be in. And like I said, you can kind of get creative with it and kind of color code some stuff and pre-package certain items. But for me, like I said, I keep it super simple, super basic, and for me it's just an easy way in order to find inventory, because thankfully I've never lost any inventory, but I've heard a ton of horror stories where some people, they just simply don't know where a certain item is and they lose out on a sale. So if you guys are a beginner, or even if you're more advanced, definitely drop a comment, share what your inventory system is, because like I said, since mine is so simple and so basic, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing with your inventory systems as well. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you guys are interested in copping any of the consistency tees, it's the first link in the description below. And don't forget to use code consistency10 for 10% off your order, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now